Welcome to Audit the Audit, where we sort out the who and what and the right and wrong of police interactions. This episode covers detentions at gunpoint, resisting, and unlawful displays of firearms, and is brought to us by Lackluster's channel. Be sure to check out the description below and give them the credit that they deserve. On May 9th, 2023, Palm Beach Gardens, Florida resident Ryan Gold was swimming laps in his apartment complex's pool when another resident by the name of Anna Ivanova approached him and requested that he swim in the opposite direction. Mr. Gold refused to change his course, and after Mr. Gold and Ms. Ivanova collided in the pool, a verbal altercation ensued. Ms. Ivanova called her husband, Benedetto Salvia, who arrived at the pool, and after continuing the verbal dispute, Mr. Salvia lifted his shirt to reveal that a firearm was tucked into the front of his pants. Mr. Gold called 911 to report the incident and waited in the parking lot in front of the pool for officers to arrive. Officer Bethany Guerriero of the Palm Beach Gardens Police Department responded and approached Mr. Gold in the parking lot along with another officer.
Come in, how you doing? Keep your hands out your pockets for me.
I'm not the one with the gun.
Sir, I don't keep your hands out of your pockets. Put the phone down.
I haven't done a crime. Don't talk to me like that.
Listen to me. I don't know you.
Listen,
you can put that
I don't
down.
know you. You're the one with the gun.
Get down on the ground now. Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground.
What the f?
I told you not to reach for anything.
I haven't committed a crime. You don't have any.
Hands out to your side
I haven't committed a crime.
Now you put your hands behind your back.
You can't detain me for what?
Yes, I can.
For what?
I don't know you.
I don't know you. You're the ones with guns. Yeah, you arrested me for nothing.
I'm detaining you right now.
That's fine. You're detaining me for what crime?
Because you don't want to listen.
That's not a crime. Are your body cams on?
Yes, they sure are.
Good. I called you guys for help because this guy's brandishing a gun at me.
When Officer Guerriero approaches Mr. Gold, she tells him to keep his hands out of his pockets. Mr. Gold informs her that he is not the one with the gun, then reaches into his pocket to pull out his cell phone. Officer Guerriero then ordered him to keep his hands out of his pockets again, and when Mr. Gold verbally protested, she pointed her firearm at him, ordered him to...
I'm pretty 50-50 on that. If there's like, I ain't putting my hands in my pocket, bruh. Like, I don't know. I'm a little 50-50. If, I don't know. I'm a little, I don't know how this works. After the fact, yes. And it should have been a de-escalation. It should have been a de-escalation. Huh.
Out of your pocket.
...to verbal dispute, to report the incident, and waited in the parking lot in front of the pool for officers to arrive. Officer Bethany Guerriero of the Palm Beach Gardens Police Department responded and approached Mr. Gold in the parking lot along with another officer.
Come in, how you doing? Keep your hands out your pockets for me.
I'm not the one with the gun.
Sir, I don't keep your hands out of your pockets. Put the phone down.
I haven't done a...
Honestly,
for me.
I'm not the one with the gun.
Sir, I don't keep your hands out of your pockets. Put the phone down.
that might have been a, I don't know if that's a lawful order or not. I love to break these down, chat, as like a fake roleplay lawyer. I don't know if that keep your hands out of your pockets is going to be considered a lawful order. I feel like the statement was made before he reached in, and then they did. Now, I have no problem with the aggro. You don't need PC for detainment. By the way, when we watch these, by the way, chat, I'm cool with you guys disagreeing with me. I'm thinking out loud. This is I'm not like, this is not straightforward to me on a couple things.
Keep your hands out your pockets for me.
I'm not the one with the gun.
Sir, I don't.
This, keep your hands out of your pockets, and then he decides to go in them. This is, in my opinion, potentially disobeying, right?
Keep your hands out of your pockets.
Now, the question becomes, is it known or unknown if this is the suspect. But the fact of the matter is, he's disobeying and he reached.
I haven't done a crime. Don't talk to me like that.
Listen to me. I don't know you.
Listen,
you can put
I
that
don't
down.
know you. You're the one with the gun. What?
Now, the thing is, and this is one thing where I think escalation and de-escalation, I think, can get tough. Now, this is a role play cop, right? I'm not a real cop. But this is where I get a little, like, wiggly diggly. This is where I get a little wiggly diggly on my opinion. Because this is in relation to a weapon that is being brandished at another individual. Giving clear orders is exceptionally important, and it's not aggressive. There's a gun involved. And that, like, put your hands out your fucking pockets is not like a, oh my God, escalation, in my opinion. That's you need to do this, otherwise something bad could happen, right?
Get down on the ground now. Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground. What the f? I told you not to reach for anything.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, Pata, can I
How's it
call you
going,
back?
Nina? Yeah, no worries.
Hi, brother.
Yeah.
Right.
Take care, Nina.
I have any
Hands out to your
I
side
haven't
now.
committed a crime.
Now you put your hands behind your back.
You can't detain me for what?
Yes, I can.
For what?
I don't know you.
I don't know you. You're the ones with guns.
All right, hold on. Actually, I just remembered I need to call Mr. JP. Oh. All right.
Yeah, you're arresting me for nothing.
I'm detaining you right
That's
now.
fine. You're detaining me for what crime?
I don't know. I don't think either of these two are necessarily in the wrong.
That's not a crime. Are your body cams on?
Yes, they sure
Good.
are.
Good. I called you guys for help because this guy's brandishing a gun at me.
When Officer Guerriero approaches Mr. Gold, she tells him to keep his hands out of his pockets. Mr. Gold informs her that he is not the one with the gun, then reaches into his pocket to pull out his cell phone. Officer Guerriero then ordered him to keep his hands out of his pockets again, and when Mr. Gold verbally protested, she pointed her firearm at him, ordered him to get on the ground, and handcuffed him, despite the fact that he did not reach for his pockets again. And surveillance footage of the encounter clearly shows that at the time Officer Guerriero pulled out her firearm, Mr. Gold was backing away from her with his hands clearly at his sides. Courts generally recognize three different so-called levels of encounters between the police and citizenry: consensual encounters, temporary investigative detentions, or Terry stops, and formal arrests. As the 3rd District Court of Appeal of Florida outlined in the 1996 case of Saturnino Bode versus State, quote, "In the consensual encounter, an officer may question anyone on the street without founded suspicion. On the other hand," now quoting again, "a Terry stop is permissible if the detention is temporary and reasonable under the circumstances, and only if the police officer has a well-founded suspicion that the individual detained has committed, is committing, or is about to commit a crime, while an arrest requires an officer to have probable cause to believe that the person arrested has committed a crime." Although the encounter between Officer Guerriero and Mr. Gold should have been of a consensual nature, since he had called the police for help as a potential victim, and there was no reason to believe that he had committed a crime, it is possible that a court could determine that Officer Guerriero had the reasonable suspicion necessary to conduct a Terry stop under the so-called mistake of fact doctrine, because she later articulated that she believed Mr. Gold was the individual who had a gun. As the Supreme Court explained in the 2014 case of Hine versus North Carolina, since the Fourth Amendment only prohibits unreasonable seizures, quote, "A seizure may be permissible even though the justification for the action includes a reasonable factual mistake." Now, while it is questionable whether Officer Guerriero's mistake was quote-unquote reasonable, as Mr. Gold indicated that he did not have a gun, officers are not required to believe everything that citizens tell them, and it is certainly possible that a court could conclude that Officer Guerriero had reasonable suspicion to detain Mr. Gold due to her factual mistake. However, even if Officer Guerrero was within her authority to conduct a Terry stop, a court would likely find that her conduct exceeded the constitutionally permissible scope of the detention. It is well established that police action that exceeds the scope of an investigatory stop and becomes a full-blown, quote-unquote, de facto arrest is unconstitutional if it is not supported by probable cause. The 11th Circuit Court of Appeals, which has jurisdiction over Florida, determined in the 2004 case of U.S. versus Acosta that, quote, officers may take reasonable steps to ensure their safety so long as they possess an articulable and objectively reasonable belief that the suspect is potentially dangerous. And that, now quoting again, an investigatory stop does not necessarily ripen into an arrest because an officer draws his weapon, handcuffs a suspect, orders a suspect to lie face down on the ground, or secures a suspect in the back of a patrol car. Nonetheless, because Mr. Gold was not reaching into his pockets or behaving aggressively in any way at the time Officer Guerrero pulled out her firearm and pointed it at him, he would have a strong argument that she did not have an objectively reasonable belief that he was potentially dangerous, and therefore exceeded the permissible scope of a Terry stop and subjected him to an unconstitutional de facto arrest in the absence of probable cause.
How did this turn into a de facto arrest? I am missing this bit. How is this a de facto arrest and not a detainment? So how is this an arrest?
Sit down. I didn't say get up. I said sit down.
Who the f is this? Where's your supervisor?
I'm getting
Do you
one.
see how she's talking to me? I haven't done anything.
You don't
Why am
wanna
I in
listen.
handcuffs? I don't care. You're not my
being
mom.
silly because I'm
You're not my
coming here
dad.
for a gun.
That's fine. I don't have a gun. I haven't committed a crime.
And when I told
I can see why the guy showed Paul. I can see why the guy brandished. Listen, man. I don't know, man. I'm so on the line with this. Like, listen, all right? Listen, if you guys have watched me for a while, you know I love to call out dog shit cops, right? But like, I don't know, man. I am like so at this point in time having trouble like being like, man, the cop went a little overboard. You're getting a phone call. There's people at a pool that where like there's an altercation where one of them like fucking brandished a gun, and now this guy's over here. They're like, hey, I need you to stop because it could have been one of them. This guy's clearly been in the water, right? And she's like, keep your hands out of your pockets. She has room for a Terry, and instead dude goes in his pockets, is clearly being disobedient. And that's the bit that I'm kind of confused with, like how she's in the wrong for that. I got to go back and like really understand like what, like why this isn't considered a detainment and why it's not like disobeying. But then I guess like, and then as I go further, I'm kind of like, bro, if some dude pulled a gun on me and like shortly thereafter the cops arrived, bro, fucking whatever. All right, listen, it wasn't me. Throw me in cuffs. I'm chilling. Oh, the guy's over there. Like, wrap up with me and go get that guy. Right? I don't know. Like, to me, I'm just like, in my mind is thinking, okay, we saw what happened at the pool, but like, I don't know. I don't know. Something's wrong here. There's something else like wrong here. Like, this dude might have been doing some weird shit in the pool. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, watching everything we saw so far, this dude seemed like he probably did some weird shit in the pool, bro.
You're not I didn't commit a crime. You don't get to tell me what to do.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. Why are you yelling?
I don't know.
Because I haven't-
Maybe I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Something about this is just doesn't compute in my head.
Because I'm
You're not
coming
my
here
dad.
for a gun.
That's fine. I don't have a gun. I haven't committed a crime.
When I told you to keep your hands out of your pockets,
You're not
you
my,
did it.
I didn't commit a crime. You don't get to tell me what to do.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. Why are you yelling at me?
Because
I don't even think this is a great cop, really. But like, I don't know.
every
Who
right to
are
right
you?
now.
What's your badge number?
321 Guerrero, Guerri. Make sure you spell it right.
If you're
I don't know, man.
this scared,
I feel like in the moment I'm not that pressed with
I've been here for 20
cops.
years.
you're terrified of a guy in a swimsuit. I didn't do anything.
You can shut your mouth.
They
now.
just detained me. I explained.
She's definitely going overboard.
There's no gun.
With her
That
demeanor
man
at
has a
this
gun.
stage.
Anybody for no reason.
Then what reason?
Honestly, she's too focused. So I think up until she should not be having this back and forth. This is inappropriate.
Because I
What
told
crime did I commit for
Can
you
you
to detain
shut your
me?
mouth so I can explain it to
Are you in charge?
See, now I think these are both are in the wrong. I had no problem on like a personal level and with everything up until he was in cuffs personally. At this point, doesn't have a gun. Listen, sir, look, we got reports of this. If you like what happened, listen, I'm sorry if this is a misunderstanding, but like right now, we don't know if it's you or someone else. We'll get that handled. Where is the guy? Right? Not get into an argument about did you detain? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? Do that fucking afterwards,
this
bro.
lady? Why am I in handcuffs on the ground? Are you a supervisor?
No, he's not.
Can someone
I've been
explain
here for-
why I'm handcuffed on
Can you
that?
shut your mouth
No.
so I can talk to you?
Hey, Nina, I don't know if you're, or if you're
Oh, hey, sorry.
meditating.
Yeah, I was just
I need to head out of the city.
Hey,
for a
no
bit of
worries.
fly out.
Hey, good shit. Today's got me pretty excited, especially how up good we are.
Yeah, a lot happened today.
Yep. And we're starting to get pretty pot rich. So now it's a matter of like, you know, we can start cooking some repairs.
Yeah, certainly. I should be good on parts. I got enough for 4 full repairs. But I'll
Do
probably
you-
buy 1 or 2 more from.
Okay. Do you want me to
Walker
top you off
tomorrow.
right now?
No, because I gotta kind of like dip out straight away.
I mean, I have it in my pockets. Up
Okay,
to you. Up to you. Either way. I just don't want you to get low on pots. If you think, we'll wait if you think it's better to wait.
I got enough for 4. If I need any more, I should be able to see Walker in time. I'm just thinking like about paying for them. I'd rather not because I might forget.
Yeah. No worries. Also, when you do, like, pay for them, make sure you send me a text or something, just so I can add it to our, financial sheet.
Okay. Even if I buy them off Walker, or should he keep track? Should I tell him like when I do buy them just to keep track of that from him? Because when I pay back the loan, I'll make sure to go to you for that. But
Oh, yeah. Do that. That is okay. I like what you're saying. Yeah. Go ahead and do that. And I'm going to get
So, like,
Walker like
in-
that.
because like until the master spreadsheet gets made, obviously,
Yep.
you and Walker won't be around usually at the same time. So
That's a
has
good
his own.
point. Handle the loan with me and business as usual till then.
Yep.
All right. Easy. All right, brother. You have a good one.
You too, Neil. Good seeing you, Doug.
You're furious. What did I do?
You did not listen.
You're not my boss.
Listen to
I don't
me.
need to listen to you.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. She doesn't get to detain me.
Yes,
pull
I
her
do.
gun. Pull her gun on me.
Because when
Put
you
me
put
on the
your
ground.
hands in your pocket and
I
I'm
didn't
getting
commit
a
a
phone call
crime.
of a
I don't
gun,
care.
you
You're
don't
that
wanna
terrified?
listen.
You shouldn't be a cop if you're that terrified.
I've been here for 20 years,
Yeah,
punk.
here.
Yeah. I don't know why she's arguing with someone at this stage. This is like completely This is completely out of line.
Here, go somewhere real. You're terrible. Palm Beach
know what?
Garden.
Do
Are
me
you
a
a
favor.
supervisor? Can you ask this lady why I'm in handcuffs? Tell her what crime
I keep
I've
trying
committed.
to tell you.
Go
You
ahead.
wanna
What
keep
crime?
talking over me.
What crime?
I get called here because
Crime.
someone is.
What's suspicion?
You don't need to be in crime.
Yes, I do. To detain me, you need suspicion of a crime.
No, you do
She
not.
yes, you do. You don't know the law? Please explain it to
not
him. You cannot just go around detaining random
calm
people.
down? Can you calm down for a second?
I'm in
Can you
handcuffs
calm
right now.
down? Obviously, we're not
Can I
getting
stand
anywhere.
up? I'll calm down if I can stand up. What did
I'm
I
in
do?
charge, not you.
No, you're not.
And you blue nail polish, cute.
Okay.
No,
I'm not gonna do it.
Down.
What did I
Stay the
do?
down, all right?
What?
Right now, all I need you for to do is keep your mouth shut.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm not gonna do it. Arrest me.
Okay, now these cops are fucking. Bro, look at this guy right here. Look at this. Look at this small dick energy, bro. Listen, bro. You see my shaved head and my Oakleys, bro? Look at his posture, dude. This is beta Chad right here, dude. Bro, this needs to be an emote. There's Giga Chad and then it's beta Chad, dude. And it's just his like this, just like, you know, like give me a Giga Chad in chat. You take this with the hands and then you do the same like beta Chad. You do the same animation but with this. Yo. Oh my god, dude. Am I wrong though? Like listen. Like I said, I love breaking down these videos. They're fun to like talk about, right? Because listen, Constitution is great, right? But at the end of the day, the Supreme Court and the lower courts below them are simply interpreting the law, right? And you know, there's gonna be these, and every situation isn't always clear cut, where there isn't always a overall right and overall wrong. Like I said, and it's really fun to like break it down and like kind of think about each section of what's transpiring. Like I said, so far, I personally didn't have an issue. I'm myself confused what the issue was with what I perceived to be a detainment, given what occurred. I think retroactively, like there was a question in chat, look at his pockets, could a gun have fit in there? While true, I feel like it's hard to evaluate whether or not someone had a gun on them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, I don't know. There's a lot of things you can like stop action retroactively. I'm kind of thinking like in the moment. Yeah. We never treated anyone like this in Iraq. These cops are weak. Yeah, but I'd like to, let's be real, guys. Yeah, but let's be real. You were probably trained significantly better than a police officer. And this is not hate to all cops, but you have to understand that the barrier to entry to be a cop in many places, not all places, is pretty low. Wait, did the server actually restart this time? Oh, I think it actually full restarted.
I'm not gonna do it. Arrest me.
You are under
Yeah,
arrest.
I want to. Okay, arrest me.
You're
Go ahead, take me to jail.
Resisting. I am
Go
gonna
ahead,
take
take
you
me to jail. Take me to jail right now. Take me to jail.
Oh, I will.
Do it. I'm ready.
going to.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
What's your name, dude?
Excuse me.
What's your name? What's your
Allow
name?
me to stand up
What's
and
your name?
No.
No.
Negative. Doesn't work that way.
Okay. Tell me what crime I'm here for.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. You're under arrest.
For what crime?
You have to give your name. You're already on arrest.
That's fine. What crime
Don't
though?
worry. She already told you.
She's already got
Resisting arrest is a secondary charge. That's a secondary charge.
It's not a secondary.
Then take me to jail. I'm not
You are going to jail. Don't
Okay,
worry
let's
about
go.
it.
He is right. Resisting arrest is a secondary charge.
I got you.
Let's go.
The officers inform Mr. Gold that he will be arrested for resisting, and Mr. Gold argues that resisting arrest is a so-called secondary charge. In order to fully understand the legal principles in play, we must address the distinction between state statutes that criminalize resisting arrest and laws that simply prohibit, quote-unquote, resisting an officer. In some states, the applicable statute only forbids resisting the specific act of arrest, in which case resisting would be considered a so-called secondary charge to the offense, precipitating the underlying arrest. However, in other states, such as Florida, resisting can be a standalone charge, as the statute merely criminalizes so-called resisting an officer in the performance of their duties, and does not necessarily require the resistance to be in response to an arrest. Under Section 843.02 of the Florida statutes, quote, "Whoever shall resist, obstruct, or oppose any officer in the lawful execution of any legal duty, without offering or doing violence to the person of the officer, shall be guilty of a misdemeanor of the first degree." Courts have generally determined that in some situations, individuals can be convicted of resisting for refusing to comply with a police officer's lawful order. For example, in the 2022 case of Senko versus Jackson, the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Florida stated that this statute, quote, "authorizes arrest for knowingly obstructing an officer in the performance of his duties, including by refusing..."
So that's interesting. Is disobeying, resisting arrest, etc., are these all like state-based things?
To obey a police officer's lawful command. However, in the 2010 case of Stamos versus Brown, the same court determined that an officer did not have arguable probable cause to arrest an individual who initially did not comply with an officer's orders to back away, but then began to step back after subsequent orders. In this instance, while Mr. Gold did not comply with Officer Guerriero's initial order to keep his hands out of his pockets, he reached into his pocket for his phone after providing the mitigating information that he was not the one who had the gun, and seemed to believe that he had alleviated her concerns. Once it became clear that Officer Guerriero still wanted him to keep his hands out of his pockets, he complied with this order. As such, it is highly likely that a court would conclude that Mr. Gold's conduct in retrieving his phone from his pocket did not rise to the level of knowingly resisting, obstructing, or opposing.
I'm very confused by that. For me, like, I get it, what they're saying, but I equally am like, you're told to keep your hands out of the pocket. You don't. How do I trust you at that stage, in that circumstance, to not put you in, at least detain you to do a Terry frisk? That's I don't understand. I'm not the guy with the gun is enough to mitigate the concerns. It was a split second, then he did comply. That is true. That is a good point.